Hello, lovely people. So it is day one of basic sim lab. So we are first time doing sim lab. Day one, we're about halfway through. I am sitting in my car on lunch break. I actually just ate my breakfast because I didn't eat my breakfast, and I'm thinking about going to get a second cup of coffee because I need it. Your girl is struggling. Didn't sleep that great last night. Well, I did sleep great last night. Let me not lie. I slept great last night, but for some reason, my bladder wakes me up before it's time to get up every morning. I know this is TMI, but that's my ministry. That's my story. But anyway, how it's going so far. As far as all of the things that I brought, I'm going to tell you what I've needed so far, what I have not needed so far. So, as far as my notebook, you can use your notebook, an iPad, or a laptop. I've seen people with all three. I'm considering going ahead and buying another iPad. My iPad that I have is really old. You guys remember I used that during my LVN program. It's really old. The battery dies really fast. It has all kind of glitches and everything. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and, bite the bullet. I can write it off on my taxes next year, so fine. Or I can bring my MacBook, but I do like the feature of being able to write on it with a pencil, with the Apple Pencil, all that type of stuff. So I may just buy a new iPad. And then as far as the stuff that I printed out, so far they haven't said anything about what I've printed out yet. But they are asking for the checklist for all of the different skills. I didn't print that out because I wasn't told to print that out. I was told all I needed was that the two patient informations that I printed out. That's all I was told that I needed. Your lab kit, you do need your lab kit. Like I said, they will not, I'm not going to say they won't let you in lab without your lab kit, but I was told that you do have to have it, and we are actually using it. So for the people who said they did not use their lab kit at all, I don't know if it varies from sim lab to sim lab or if it varies from teacher to teacher, but so far, when we're doing the vital signs, blood pressure checks, all of that, you are pulling things out of your lab kit for it. So I don't know what they said they didn't use it for, but we are actually using ours. I have not had to use my actual blood pressure cuff because the mannequins or the dummies that we're using, they use a special blood pressure cuff. You do need your stethoscope, however. I have not had an issue with using my blinged out stethoscope. Hopefully I will continue not having an issue with using that. Let me see what else we've used. I think that's it so far. So this morning we have went over glucose, blood pressure, respiratory, your vital sign stuff. We went over giving injections, medication, oral medication, and that's pretty much it. I think we're going to go over some more of that this afternoon, and I think that's going to be the basis of day one. Not sure what day two is going to be. I printed out I'm pretty sure it's the wrong thing. Now that I look at what they have versus what I printed out, I'm sure it's the wrong thing. So hello again, guys. So today's day two of sim lab. I know my video cut off yesterday. I'm not sure what all cut out, but long story short of what I tried to say to you guys yesterday is, number one, those who did not use their catheter kit or said that they did not need to use their catheter kit, that was not true. Yesterday, when it came to our skills that we practice on, it was the very basic of basic skills. So if you have zero nursing experience, you will be fine during this program, because it literally started off with hand washing, how to properly wash your hands. That is how everything started off. And then we did vital signs. So for your vital signs, you have to do the 2-step blood pressure, respiration, and your pulse. You didn't have to know how to do those things. that is something that we will be checked off on Friday, because vital signs are something that is very important, a very important nursing skill. Even though it's very basic, it's also very important because that helps you to get your baseline. And then we did our medication injection. So we practiced with IM or intramuscular and subcutaneous or the fat. So for the sub-Q, we practiced with insulins. So we did practice with having to mix insulins and then just drawing up your regular insulin just in case that's something that you or your patient will have to do. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. They will give you like a problem or something, and you will have to draw up the medication based on that problem or that situation. And then for the intramuscular, they do want you to be able to do the landmark. You know how you do the 3 fingers and the triangle, all that. So you will have to practice on doing that type of stuff as well. And then we watched quite a few videos. Most of the clinicals is watching videos of the different skills, them showing you how to do the different skills on actual people in the videos. But most of them we're not actually practicing. Maybe we'll practice them next semester, I don't know. Then today we have been practicing on donning. Yesterday we also did putting on PPE, the correct order to don it, and the correct order to doff it or take it off. And then today we have been donning sterile gloves, setting up a sterile field, and inserting and dwelling catheters on male and female. So all of those 3 skills do go together. So you have to, because inserting a catheter is a sterile procedure, so you have to know how to do all 3 of those things. So that's what we're doing today. I have inserted catheters before, so I'm not nervous or scared about the actual inserting of a catheter. The main thing is trying to do it in a way that is WGU approved, because of course the policy that we use at the hospital may not be the policy that you use in nursing school. And then of course in nursing school, everything is super tedious and a super like organized manner. You have to do things in certain ways, versus when you're in the hospital, everything still have to be safe. Things still has to be sterile, but you may do things a little bit differently. And then some of the steps you may, oh baby, she finna fall out the car. And then some things you may not have to do. So yeah, so that's what's going on today. So I'm on lunch. I'm about to eat, chill out, because I have about 30 minutes before I have to go back. And then I will check in with you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. So I hope you can see me okay. I don't know what happens, but my camera keeps cutting off. But yeah, so I'm on my way home from day 3. So today we went over a few more skills. Basically, they just show you videos of those skills. You don't actually practice those skills that they show you. You just watch a video, and then you have access to all the videos, so you can watch them at home if that works for you. And then we got to practice the skills again that we're going to get checked off on tomorrow. And then we got to do 2 lab simulations with patient scenarios. So as far as those simulations with patient scenarios, the first one was a little rocky. Second one, in my opinion, was still a little rocky, but we did do better. But pretty much what happened, in my opinion, is I think everyone was kind of confused as far as like what all the instructor wanted from us, like what answers she wanted. And then there was a few times with different things that like someone had said something and she didn't hear it, so she's like, well, you guys are supposed to do blah blah blah, and we're all kind of looking like we did, but I guess she didn't hear it. So yeah. And then we did have probably a few cases where, in my opinion, there may have been a little bit of language barrier with some of the students, because you are in a group. So in my group, it was 6 of us. So pretty much with the group, you have different roles that you have to do for the patient. You're all a nurse, but you're acting as a different role of the nurse. So one nurse is doing assessments, one nurse is doing medications, one is the charge nurse. And then one is, I'll make something up. Documentation. And then the other one will just be assisting somewhere or whatever the case is. So you're all a nurse, you're all the nurse, you're just acting, whatever. So it was like different situations where something needed to be done. And I think maybe some of my classmates, like I said, I think it was a little bit of a language barrier, so they didn't understand what was supposed to be done and how it was supposed to be taken care of. So I think if that had been, better, I don't really know how you could have did that better, honestly. Language barrier is a language barrier. So, but yeah, so then, so we did that. We practiced the skills again, and I believe I told you guys, or at least I hope I told you guys yesterday, that the skills we're going to go over that we're getting checked off on for us. Your skills may be different. It's going to be vital signs, catheter insertion, and injection medication. So for that, vital signs is going to be respirations, pulse, and 2-step blood pressure. The injection medication is going to be IM or intramuscular or sub-Q. You won't get both, you'll get one or the other, and you will have to be able to describe the location that you're giving the injection in. You will not have to actually do the injection on the mannequin, because of course I'm pretty sure they don't want them $1,000 mannequins jacked up, but you will have to describe the location of the injection that you're giving, okay? And then inserting a catheter. That catheter is going to be inserted on either a male or a female, so you need to know how to do that portion. There's that. So I don't know if I said this yesterday. If I did, I will cut it out. But as far as the materials that I brought from my last video that you don't actually need, well, I'm not even gonna say, okay, so you don't need your blood pressure cuff. I did not need that blood pressure cuff at all, because when you're doing your blood pressures on the mannequins, you're doing them with their blood pressure cuffs, because they have special blood pressure cuffs that work with the mannequin. Your blood pressure cuff does not work with the mannequin. So I did not need my blood pressure cuff. I actually plan on sending it back. You do need a stethoscope. You must have a stethoscope, because they are not going to let you borrow a stethoscope to do vital signs. You have to do your stethoscope. You also need a secondhand watch with the little hands on there. And what else do you need? You do need your lab kit. I think I told you guys that. You will need your lab kit to practice, because when you're practicing with your stuff in lab. They are not going to give you stuff to practice on. They are only going to give you stuff for your checkoff, and that's it. Okay? Let me think of what else. I'm trying to think. That's really all I got for you guys today. My overall I will give you my overall impression of SimLab tomorrow, once I get my skills checkoffs and everything done. As far as if I'm ready for my checkoffs, honestly, yes, I am. The only thing that I am kind of concerned about, or even remotely concerned about, is not about the actual skill, because I can put a Foley in, I can take a blood pressure, I can stay sterile, I can, what does that thing? Do injections. I do that all the time. It's more making sure I have the WGU script together, because they want you to say certain things in a certain order, and they want you to be able to verify certain things. Okay, so that is the only thing that I'm even a little bit worried about, because there's certain stuff that you have to do in nursing school that I guess because we have the electronic medical records and a person can talk to you, and then especially because my department is a little bit different, there's some things that in nursing school you have to do that I don't have to do when I actually do these things on a real patient. So yeah, so that is it for today. Like I said, I will check in with you guys tomorrow and then give you just like a full how I feel afterwards, okay? So see you tomorrow. Okay, guys, so I am officially done with Basic SimLab. How today went, I thought we was going to be there all day. I planned on being there all day. Turns out that is not at all what was going to happen. So pretty much what happened is you get your appointment time for your sims. You have to get there at least 15 minutes before your appointment time so you can check in. They put you in a room. Once they put you in this room, they tell you pretty much what to look forward to or what to expect when it comes to the skills that you're going to be checked off on. So they give you like this paper, you read it. There's also one of the nurses or instructors that come in there. She goes through the whole spiel telling you what to expect, what you're going to do, and honestly, that's really it. And then you go in and you do your skills. So yeah, so I passed first try. I didn't have to go again. They do, like, basically how ours was. I thought we were going to be like in the little simulation room where the instructors are on the other side of the glass and whatever. No, you're in a classroom and they have it set up in the classroom, and you have to pretend like you're going through all the things. So that is what we did today. And you get your 30 minutes, you do the 3 skills. If you finish with your first skill faster than because it's basically like they're trying to pace you to have 10 minutes for each skill. If you get done with that skill before your 10-minute mark, you just move on to the next one. You don't have to wait until your next 10 minutes. So that way you can get more time to go on to your next one. So I did my vital signs first, my medication next, and then the catheter. No problems at all with my catheter. No problems with the... Ooh, you about to run me over, baby. Slow down. Oh, okay. No problems at all with the vital signs. No problems at all with the catheter. The only one that I hiccuped on was the medication, and it was not because I messed up drawing the medication or anything like that. It was genuinely because I got in there, I started talking, my medication was Toradol, and I kept saying Tramadol instead of Toradol. And so, but luckily she was like, she was pretending to be the patient. She's like, I've never took Toradol before. What is that? What is that for? And so she's like, are you sure it's Tramadol? And so then I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's Toradol, not Tramadol. So yeah, so that was it. So overall impression of Basic Sim Lab: if you have never done any kind of nursing skills before, any of those things, you will be just fine. It seems scarier than what it is. They are not there to make you fail. They are there to help you. They are genuinely trying to help you. They are not trying to fail you. Okay? If something happens that you mess up, it's fine. Basically what you have to do, like let's say for example, you pass your vital signs and your catheter, but you didn't pass your med administration. Then in that case, they say, hey, you did good on these 2, you didn't pass this one, however, go take a break, come back at such and such time, you're going to get to practice or remediate or practice, whichever one they call it, and then you will get to repeat that skill. And you have 30 minutes for that skill. I did hear one of my classmates say that she was looking in the Facebook group, the WGU Nursing Facebook group, and someone from another state said that they did not get to repeat their skill. They just failed and had to do the whole thing over again. So I don't know if it varies from state to state, or maybe if something changed, but you just get to repeat the skill. Now, if you fail that second time, you do have to repeat your entire basic sim lab again. And when you repeat that basic sim lab, there is a possibility that you'll have to do different skills. It won't be that skill that you'll have to do. They pick each time, so you don't know what you'll have to do. So yeah, so overall it was a good experience. I'm not at all upset about the experience. For me, it wasn't hard. I was hoping that we would have gotten to practice on doing the NG tubes, but we didn't, because I've never put in the NG tube, and I wanted to practice doing the NG tube. That would have been pretty fun. Hope I never actually had to put one in, but if I do have to put one in, at least I would have had some practice. So that's what I wanted to do, but we didn't. It's fine. So yeah, so now I am gone. I did a little bit of shopping, and I'm about to go eat me some food, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.